Okay, sorry about the break in the last one. I'm doing this very low budget, of course, you know what I mean? Right, here we go. One thing I did forget to say, the phone switched itself off. The camera switched itself off. Right, is, it, right, along with when I said the laminates with the cheapest end of the market, they are, and the half carved and the fully carved, or the top end, okay, the fully carved sound better than the laminate. That's it. No difference. Like a mountain guitar, again, I'm not going to use Yamaha because I've got a lot of respect for them, but a middle range acoustic guitar, it's the same. So I'm going to show you around the bass and show you what to look out for. This is quite important. Get your head on this. Okay, going to move over here. I say low budget, low budget. There's my bass. There's my bass on the floor. Okay, now this is a lovely bass. There's no doubt about it. It's fully carved. I won't explain where I got it from or how I got it because it's a bit personal, that. But these are the things to look out for, okay? Now, the bridge, what I was talking about, needs to be nice and straight. Can you see that? Yeah? Now, because the strings are really heavy, yeah, as you tighten the strings, put strings on or whatever you do, this bridge is always wanting to be pulled that way. So if you see a bridge and it's got a bow in it, so it looks curved like that, you got problems, okay? Now, we're talking about electric bass to double bass. On a bass guitar, the bridge has saddles that are moved up and down to get the intonation right. The longer the string, the thicker the string. Shorten the string to get the thing in tune. The double bass doesn't have this. It just has, neither do violins, violas, cellos, the whole thing. You just have this one straight bridge, okay? Now, the reasoning is because it's a fretless instrument, not a fretted one like our bass guitars, that you will make the minor adjustments on the fretboard itself as you're playing the thing. Okay, now here's one. Nice strong bridge, sitting up straight. The feet need to be anchored to the top, basically to the top of the bass. Yeah. The intonation, if you look at the F holes, you got this little mark here, and on the other side you've got the other one as well. Yeah. Now imagine a line is through there, and the middle of your bridge should fit exactly in the middle. Now, there's a cheat on this bass because that's what I've actually done is put marks on the side of the bridge so I know if it moves or not. Because when you're carrying this in the case, that bridge can get knocked left, right, forward, backwards, the whole shebang. Okay, so your bridge is it. Now, if you do get one that's warped, again, like everything else, you can get very cheap ones that are not worth a carrot, or you can get a very expensive one that doesn't fit your budget. You need to buy the middle range one when we're just starting. You know, if you're a virtuoso, making £5 million, a concert, well, yeah, of course, spend £1 million on your bridge, but we're not doing that. So the bridge needs to look like this. Nice and straight, which you can see. Yeah. The feet firmly against the top board, in line with this notch, not that notch. I don't know what that notch is for, actually, but this notch has to be lined directly in the middle. Okay, good. The actual body of the bass itself, you need to look out for cracks, stuff like that. Right, I'm going to go on to the rattles now. Here we go. My last bass, they call this the peg box. This is where all the strings meet. Okay. Now, the machine heads, like we have on the bass guitar. Yeah. Yeah. And if you look at that headstock, actually, it's the same as a Fender Precision, Fender Jazz, Fender Jagmaster, whatever you want to do. They can rattle. So if you pick your bass up and you give it a good, which mine doesn't, but my last one did, and it was rattling from here. Now, it's a machine head problem. Okay? Again, not the end of the world, but if you're buying the bass, knock it down. Let's have a little look as well. A very important thing is, and I'll point this out now, is they have what's inside it, what's called a sound post. Now, basically it's a dowel, maybe the stick, that runs from the top of the bass to the bottom of the bass. And what it does is, because this is quite flimsy, I'll use the word flimsy, it needs support, and the sound post is a big deal. Okay, you can't see it there, but it is there. I mean, maybe you can, I don't know. But it needs to be on the G side over this side to support it here. There's a big thick bit of wood there. Can you see that sort of thing? If not, when you get your own bass, you'll have a little look. That looks after the E side, which is the big heavy side of it. So that builds up the structure there. Your sound post basically separated. If your sound post ends up down here somewhere, that's bad. That's bad, because what's going to happen there is that's going to be a lot of pressure on these strings. It's going to be pushing down, and it's going to damage the top of your bass. Not good. Not good at all. In extreme circumstances, you will see it like a hole, not a hole, but like an indentation where the top of the post is. And when you're changing your strings, do you recommend you change them one at a time to keep the pressure on the bridge, to keep the sound post in place? Because apparently if you take all the strings off at the same time, there's a possibility that your sound post will fall down. Okay, the next one is, and I'll stand the bass up now, is the neck, which is here. Okay, that should be nice and solid. There's not a truss rod through the neck of a double bass like there is with a bass guitar. A truss rod is a metal rod that goes from top to bottom, and you can tighten it and loosen it, and it will change the camber of the neck. Camber meaning how it bends, really. The curvature. Curvature, that's a good one. Okay, so you need to look at this one. Now, I've been warned already with this bass, even though it's brand new, is that my problem might come here. Or here. Because as the basses are from brand new, they need to settle in. Temperature, water, cold, heat, that sort of thing. So I've already been warned. Now at the moment I've got no cracks in there at all, but it's easily rectified once again. And that's basically what it is. Okay, now my bass does have a rattle, but it's not doing it today. And what it is the spike at the bottom, which I'll